morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us here at the Partner Connection, where we're connecting one family at a time. I'm your host today, Amaris Miles, and I have wonderful people here to join me today. How you guys doing?
Great.
Great.
Just great. Wonderful.
Wonderful. If you guys don't mind, can we go ahead and get some introductions?
My name is Keith Barksdale. I'm Family Community Partnership Coordinator for Clayton Rockdale Head Start.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Keela Allen, and I am also a Family Community Partnership Coordinator for Clayton Rockdale Head Start, and I'm so happy to be here.
Yes.
Good morning. The last of the wonderful trio. My name is April Jackson. I'm also a Family Community Partnership Coordinator for Rockdale and Clayton County.
All right, guys, if you guys have not caught on yet, this is family. This is all Clayton County. This is CSA. And if you don't know, one of our missions at CSA is we are Whitney Houston, and we believe the children are the future. So what does Head Start do for Clayton County, Rockdale, and what was the other county?
That's it.
Just Clayton and Rockdale. Clayton and Rockdale, guys.
Well, Clayton County offers children from 0 to 5 a comprehensive child care program, which is free. It's federally funded. So let me do this real quick. You know, in 1965, Lyndon B. Johnson, on his war on poverty, created and signed a grant that became Head Start, that the children who are of low income would be able to get a head start, to be able to get a start in coming to being prepared to transition into school. And from that time, some 50, close to 55 years later, we have carried on throughout the U.S. Head Start has carried on that mantra of educating and preparing schools of children to, when they come to school, that they transition the right way in their learning and being prepared to continue to move forward.
Okay, thank you for that. That was very informative because I definitely didn't know that. Definitely didn't know that. That was, you said 60 years ago?
Yeah. 1965, Lyndon B. Johnson, his war on poverty.
That is amazing.
Created the Head Start grant. So Head Start is a grant. It's something that can't be just pushed out the way. It's been here forever and have educated over thousands, hundreds of thousands of children throughout the U.S.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. So what does our Head Start program offer?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. Well, our Head Start program offers evidence-based vision and hearing screening. We offer oral health, nutritious education. We offer nutritious meals. That's breakfast, that's lunch, and snack. We offer a linkage to support services and community resources. So we help parents take that next step as well as with children. If there are some children that may come in with some disability or whatever, we can make that observation. We can then bring in the necessary people to help that child. We can link parents up who may want to go back and get their education, continued education, employment. They might need assistance. We can link them up into community resources. And then we do parent training. One of the things about it is that, you know, Head Start is going to do a wonderful job with the most precious commodity, that's the children. Mm-hmm. But the other thing about what Head Start is going to do is that we're going to engage that parent through a family partnership agreement. We're going to walk with that parent throughout that year or the next year to make sure they reach their goals. Because we're saying, listen, we're going to take care of your child. We're going to do a wonderful job. Mom, what about you? Dad, what about you? How can we help you take the next steps? Also, we offer male involvement, custodial, non-custodial fathers, those that we can help along the way. Statistics tells us that children fare well and do better when there is a father in the home and when there is a relationship with the father. So our male involvement piece encourages men to be fathers, furthering fathers, to be in the life of their children. Leadership opportunities come from policy council and parent committee. Every parent that's a part of Head Start is a part of the parent committee. From the parent committee, there's a parent committee officers. From the parent committee officers, there's policy council. These are the representatives from the centers who are parents to be a part of the moving forward of Head Start for that year. They get a chance to be a part of the budget, be a part of the planning, all of those things. They vote on those things because in Head Start, parents truly do have a voice. So that's the part That's leadership training. They can take that training when they transition their children to elementary school, or if they have children already in elementary school, it should push them closer to being in PTA meetings and things of that nature. Actually, it teaches them how to be an advocate for their family. And a lot of times parents don't know how to be an advocate for their parent or children, what questions to ask, how do they go about this. And so Head Start, the leadership, it teaches you that, how to conduct a meeting. Sometimes we think it's I can just do a meeting. No, there's a way you conduct a meeting. So we have parent training in that way, development of social and emotional screenings, early intervention services. I mentioned earlier, that may be a child may have a slight disability somewhere, where with our disability manager comes in and make observations, we can refer them to the people that can help them. So we do all that, parent involvement activities. There's career opportunities, and I want to right there with career opportunities. It's so interesting. Most of our parents and most of the staff at Head Start are our parents. And that's one of the unique things about Head Start. You can come in as a parent. You might come in as a volunteer. You might decide you might want to be a floater or assistant teacher. You go back to school. When you look at many of the Head Start leadership around the country, at one point they're going to tell you their involvement with Head Start came as a parent. And then they moved up from being a parent to that. And then there's volunteer opportunities. So Head Start offers volunteer opportunities where parents can volunteer. They can be in the classrooms and work in various volunteer in various capacities around Head Start. So what we offer, daycares and nurseries, and we don't knock them, but we are a free, comprehensive child care program that deals with the whole family.
Yes.
And that's the importance of Head Start, and that's why we're so valuable in the community. We offer, it's a comprehensive program. Everything you can think of about Head Start, we offer it so that we can help those children. Actually, we should be able to prepare them as it goes all the way up to the third grade until they start, to those milestone tests. So that's what Head Start has to offer.
And I just want to take it back, because although these are free services, guys, free services,
Federally
free,
funded.
federally funded, that does not mean that they do not come without requirements and eligibility. So can you guys give us a little bit of background on that?
Sure. To be eligible for Head Start, the first thing is you have to be a Clayton County resident or a Rockdale County resident, since we serve 2 counties now. It's federally funded, so it's based off the federal poverty guidelines. So you have to meet those guidelines. So we require you to have your child's birth certificate, your child's social security card, your child's health insurance card, and their immunization record. We do require income, so we will take your previous year's W-2 or 1040 and your current check stubs for up to the month prior to the month you're applying in. So just say if you come in now in July, we need your check stubs from June. And then the rules change, so if you receive SNAP benefits, which is food stamps, you automatically qualify for the program.
Okay.
Homeless, we have to verify that if you're homeless, if you receive SSI or any form of disability. So those kind of things kind of put you up higher in the list to be selected. You're always selected based off the amount of points each application receives. So that's how you're chosen for the program. And if your child comes in with an IEP or an IFSP with a disability already diagnosed through Clayton County or other organizations, that kind of gives them a boost up as well, because we look for those children as well. Our top priority are kids with disability and our homeless families. So we try to get those in first. Now, over income families, it all depends on if we have the space, then we can provide the same service for you too if you're over income. But those children are our very last resource. We make sure we get all the income eligible children first. So when you walk into one of our centers, if you have those documents on hand, we do an application on site. If not, then we will have you to come back. We'll set you an appointment to come in with all your documentations. And we do have 5 centers that we service. We have 3 in Clayton and 2 in Rockdale. So we have our Busy Brains Learning Academy. That's on Highway 138 in Jonesboro. They service infants to 3. If you're 3 after September 1st. So it's all early Head Start there.
Okay.
At our Brookwood location, which is on Highway 42 in Rex, they have 2 2-year-old classrooms. That's 24 to 36. And then we have 3-year-old and pre-K at that location. There are New Vision, which is a new center. We used to have South Avenue, but we had leaks from the freeze from December, so we moved to a different location. So at New Vision, we have 3 2-year-old classrooms, which is 24 to 36. Then we have 3-year-old and 2 4-year-old classrooms. They don't have pre-K at New Visions as of now. They just have traditional Head Start 4-year-old classrooms, but they are the same as a pre-K classroom. All thing is the title.
Right.
One says pre-K, one is traditional Head Start 4-year-old, but they all are preparing them for kindergarten, so it's still pre-kindergarten. And then our Rockdale locations, we have a Restoration Storehouse, which is off Parker Road. There we have 12 to 24 month and 24 to 36 months and 3 and 4-year-olds. We have 1 pre-K class at that location. And then at West Circle, which is off of West Circle, I was Avenue Street, but it's in Conyers. Over there we have infants till 3 and then 1 traditional Head Start 3-year-old classroom. But all the qualifications are the same across the board for our programs. We do have a QR code, so if you go to our website, Clayton County Community Service Authority, the QR code is linked to there, and they can scan the QR code and give us their information that way, that we can put it off and contact them to come in to complete their paperwork.
Okay.
So now we are taking applications now, and we are selecting now to get children in. But our biggest issue is our 4-year-olds. So if you have any 4-year-olds that's not
We need
accepted
4-year-olds.
into a
Yes.
public school yet, please come see us. because
Please.
We are always short with our 4-year-olds and our pre-K because the public school gets them, or other programs because they might provide before and after care, and we don't.
Right. Okay.
Mama, bring that 4-year-old. Just like April said, we need 4-year-olds.
We do. And what I love about Head Start, really, the answers and the responses is provided in the name Head Start. Being able to, just as my colleague shared earlier, it's so important to give your family an opportunity to get ahead. And we are advocates for Head Start. And even though this is a high time for enrollment, the beautiful thing about our program is that we enroll children all year round.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I know that takes the weight off of parents' shoulders because you don't have to wait till, July or 2 weeks before to get your application in.
Right. And one thing I do want to add in terms of enrollment. So say, for instance, if we don't have a slot or space available at the time, we highly encourage all of our parents to still enroll, complete your paperwork, and then get on the wait list. Because, you never know. Some of our families, they move out of county, and then space becomes available. So we highly encourage our families to continue to enroll, apply, and if they're eligible for our program, to get on that wait list. It is so worth it. I am an advocate for Head Start as well as my colleagues. I am one of those ones that came in to Head Start because I was a parent volunteer at first. And so eventually those opportunities turned into leadership for me. And so I have been with Head Start since 2016.
Wow.
As a result of starting as a parent volunteer. So I can attest to the leadership opportunities that parents are allowed to have exposure to if they choose to. And that is a bonus from a traditional child or daycare center. We do offer so many more services, resources, and opportunities that was stated before for the whole family, for the children and the family, and that's the bonus.
And that is wonderful to actually have a living testimony speaking with us today, because that goes back to also speak on the impact that you guys have had, because you were doing a major work. And I'm not sure of what your numbers are today, but if you can give me, what is your impact on Clayton County and Rockdale as of today?
Now, with Rockdale, being that we just acquired Rockdale, so those numbers probably would be kind of low because we just started with them this past October. But I know going forward, it's gonna be a lot of more. So catch me in December.
I got you. Yes.
Oh, and I also got to tell you that it is an age cutoff. So your child has to be 3 on or before September 1st or 4 on or before September 1st. If their birthday is after September 1 and they're 4-year-old, they can't go into the pre-K classroom or the traditional Head Start 4-year-old classroom. Because by Head Start standards, they're considered a 3-year-old because of a late birthday. So that's another catch because we have parents coming, oh, they'll be 4 on the 10th. Yeah, but they can't go to pre-K. So, yeah.
Like the school system.
Yes,
regular
ma'am.
school system.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I know with impact and big work that you guys do, there also are challenges.
Yes.
So what are some of the challenges? I mean, each of you may face that you find difficult.
4-year-olds.
Get them 4-year-olds.
Those
Then
4-year-olds.
4-year-olds.
Especially for me because I focus a lot on the ERSI part of it, which is the enrollment part of it. So getting them out in the community to actually get them in, that's the hardest part. Because like right now, I can say we have all our pre-K classes filled on paper. But when August 2nd comes, it might be a different story. Because they could get into public schools this week and don't tell us. And then we're looking for them to come and they don't show up. So now by Friday, we're calling, oh, they go to so elementary. So we're back at square one. And then if we don't have them on the wait list, that draws us, that throws. And then if we do and we call them and they start Monday, by that next Friday they gone because the public school calling them back. So that's for me, that's my biggest challenge is those 4-year-olds.
I would also like to add what we've often heard and observed in terms of challenges for our families. Our program operates on 6.5 hours. And so with that being said, for Head Start, we are open from 8 o'clock to 2:30 p.m. And then for Early Head Start, it's 7:30 to 2:30 p.m. So the challenge is that if you are a family trying to work, the challenge is that we don't offer aftercare, in our programs. Now, we do have one partnership program. That is our Jonesboro location, Busy Brains Learning Academy. We do have a partner. We're inside of a Childcare partnership. And those families that are enrolled in that program, after 2:30, those children transition over into the daycare side of the partnership. So that is a bonus for our working families in that particular center. But it would be so nice if we could partner with other child care programs and daycare programs in the community that would assist us in allowing our families to use CAPS, and just other options, just giving families options to have aftercare programs so that they are able to work their full shift. Think about it as a parent. I know that I'm a parent. And so for me, it's very important that I have aftercare as well, because I am unable to work my job if I don't have an aftercare program for me. So that is another challenge that we often find is a struggle for most of our families.
And to piggyback on Ms. Allen, we do have some aftercare programs that will pick up from our center and take them to their program, but sometimes the parents don't qualify for CAPS. So then they can't afford
to pay
the
for the
aftercare.
aftercare.
Yes.
So sometimes, like we use Miss Michelle at Excel Learning, she's pretty good at giving them a good rate so she can get their kids. And she'll drop them off at our center at 8 and she'll pick them up at 2:30 and take them back to her facility. But sometimes the parents, they qualify for Head Start, but they don't qualify on the end to receive CAPS. And then if they're not working, they can't get CAPS because they're not working.
Right.
So it's a catch-22.
Yeah. What about you, Mr. Barksdale?
I think just what they're said. Then it's another factor that we'll challenge with, and that is teachers. We need teachers. A lot of our teachers they get poached by Clayton County school system, and so but we're always looking for good qualified teachers who would teach our children. And that's why I say that's why the parent involvement piece is so big, because from volunteerism to they come up through the ranks. But the thing about it, they come up, all the good stuff come, and then the school system say, "Oh, come over here," and they poach our teachers. But that's one of the challenges, teachers. And if you're listening, and you will be listening, go to Head Start website. We are looking for teachers. It's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful opportunity to become a teacher. You're paired with another seasoned teacher. There are two in the classroom, and you get to learn some wonderful things, and you get to teach some wonderful children. So I want to just put that out there, that Head Start is looking for teachers.
Yes.
Those who have a passion and a love to be around children, to teach children. As a matter of fact, from 0 to 5 is the earliest years. That's the most formative years for children, and even in terms of their brain development and things of that nature. So just think about it. You have that opportunity to impact a child in those most formative years. So that's one of our challenges, teachers. And that's what we're looking for right now. So when you listen to this, you say, you know what? I want to be a Head Start teacher because I want to impact the children from 0 to 5. I want to be able to help them develop that beautiful young brain. And then I can do it at Head Start. And that's what you can do.
And go to www.claytoncountyczsa.org.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, guys, they need teachers. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, I know you guys got some events coming up.
We do.
I know you do.
Yes, we do. Mm-hmm. Every year, I know we didn't mention this earlier, but I would like to add, we follow Clayton County Public Schools calendar, typically for the most part. And so, as well as Rockdale, we typically try to align our calendar with the school year. And so with that being said, every year we have a parent orientation where we invite all of our parents out to get them ready for the new school year and inform them, of just policies, procedures, those kind of things, and basically inform them of our operations and all of those things. And so that's coming up on Friday, July 28th at the Morrow Center. And so we are excited about that. We will offer 2 sessions, and we're going to have an English session from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then we're going to have a Hispanic session, a Spanish speaking session, and that's going to be from 1 p.m. to 2:30. And also we have invited some of our community partners in the area. We have partnerships with Clayton County partners in the area, and we've invited them out to come out as vendors to attend this event, to also provide information, resources to our families in Clayton County. And we're also not just having this parent orientation in Clayton, we're also having a parent orientation in Rockdale as well. And that date is July 27th, right? Okay. So, April, do you know the location?
It's going to be at Restoration Storehouse on Parker Road. And it's the same concept. We will have vendors out as well in Rockdale to meet the parents and let them know the resources that are available for them. And see, at Restoration Storehouse, it's a real big facility, so it's already different agencies within the facility already that our parents can service, they can use. So we have like a dentist office in there. Right now, Refuge Rockdale is actually building out their space, and they help a lot of homeless people and give stuff to parents with newborn babies. So they're getting their suite together. Then PCA is there. And then Grits and Glam and Grits, I can't remember the name of it, but they're there as well in the building. So it's going to be other organizations coming in. It's a big warehouse.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Well, this sounds fun and exciting, and I just want to once again give big thanks to you guys for taking the time out of your day to come and sit and chat with us.
Absolutely.
And then I'm going to say one more time, guys, I know you're tired of me saying it, but I like reminding you, we are accepting donations. If you would like to partner with us and be a part of the wonderful thing that we do in Clayton County, you can visit our website at www.claytoncountyczsa.org.
The future is that we continue to maintain full enrollment. We continue to expand. We continue to go after those families that become automatically eligible for Head Start. We continue to grow in Clayton and in Rockdale as we are. And Head Start is it's just so unique. That's why it's been around so long. Parents who don't have the income or the opportunity to send their child to maybe a nursery or whatever, they have the opportunity to be a part of this wonderful program that have stood the test of time. If you talk to people, so many people say, I had my child in Head Start,
Yes.
or I was a Head Start child. So the future of Head Start is bright in our partnerships. Around the country in certain places, certain Head Starts partner with schools.
Yes.
So as a transition, so maybe that might be something in our future as Clayton evolves with early learning centers and things of that nature. We'll have to look at how we can evolve with them and partner so that our children can get the best Head Start and be able to transition in the best way to elementary school. A seamless transition so that the learning continues, the growth continues, because communities change. And so we have to make sure that we are part of changing with the community, and that our children can get the best Head Start they possibly can get.
The future is also leadership, leadership with our parents, and our families, having those opportunities for those parents to take on leadership roles, to receive trainings. That is a plus of Head Start, offering those trainings, opportunity to learn and grow. You can't really beat that. That is such a plus in the community, and we are so happy to be a part of the great work that's happening within Head Start, and we're just excited about it. Though another goal of Head Start is to help families to become self-sufficient. And so with that being said, with all the opportunities that we offer, the resources, the key thing is being hands-on though.
Yeah.
Being involved. We want our parents showing up. My colleague already mentioned it earlier, but parents have an opportunity to show up every month during our parent meetings. We offer parent meetings where we bring in our partnerships, our community partnerships, and offer resources to our parents to help them meet their goals, because we talked about the program is for the whole child, for the family, the entire family. And so they can show up every month by attending those parent meetings and taking hold of the resources that we offer every month. So you have, there's 12 months in a year. So you have, of course, with the exception of summer break, but you have an opportunity to show up during those months to be hands-on in your child's school. Things change when you get to the public school. You don't have as much access and availability to be hands-on deck as much as you could in Head Start.
Well, for right there, I see us growing. We have to tap into our Hispanic community more, because I feel like because they don't see it in the centers when they come in, so they shy away from it. So my thing is, hope we get more Spanish-speaking people in the centers so we can attract those families. Because when we go to their neighborhoods and we don't speak Spanish, they don't talk to us. And the only one that could speak English, they're scared. They're thinking we're coming there if they're not documented. If we try to explain to them, it's not that. This is a school. Your baby needs to go to school. But if we get more Hispanic people involved in our communities, because Rockdale is saturated with Hispanic families, but we don't have that many in the program. And a lot of them say they don't know about the program because they're afraid, because maybe the child is legal, but the parents aren't. And we try to let them know it doesn't matter. We're not here on that level. We're here to get your baby ready for the next part of school. So that's our goal for the future of Rockdale, because before CSA, another program I worked for, we were 80% Hispanic in Rockdale. Yes. Now I can count on one hand how many we have at both centers. So we need to get that presence out there so they can come and get this Head Start as well. So that's my future for Rockdale.
That's wonderful.
And
Those are
having more of a
wonderful.
presence, right?
Yeah.
We need to show up more in terms of how we get the word out about our program, because like as my colleague stated, Head Start is not a new thing, but it's how we get the word out that matters. And so that's what we're doing today, and we are so excited to be here.
Creating exposure. Let's definitely get us out there.
Here at Clayton County, in Clayton and Rockdale, we serve children and families with disabilities such as language delays, speech impairments, and learning disabilities. So if your child has any of those issues and have a documented IEP or IFSP, contact us because we're here to serve your babies, and we do provide the outside people to come in and pull them out of the classroom and do their sessions with the child while they're there, and then the teacher incorporates their disability into the lesson plans, and they set goals and milestones for them based off their lesson plans, and they had an individual time with their child. So it's not like they're just there and not being seen, and you wouldn't know the disability kids from the normal children because they blend so well, and the teachers do not separate them from each other. So they still getting the same social and emotional learning that the normal kids are receiving. They just have something special about them. So just make sure you have that documentation when you come in to see the FSW.
Okay. So she just used the term FSW. But what FSW is our family service worker. And one of the unique things about Head Start is, and separates Head Start from other entities, is that we have family service workers. And one of the biggest roles of the family service worker is to build trusting relationships with parents. You also heard during this past podcast of the word just slipped my mind. Oh, self-sufficiency. So that's what you heard. So this role of the family service worker of building trusting relationships or building goal-oriented relationships with the parents is very crucial, because what they do is that they assist families in identifying interests, concerns, strength. It's like a family needs assessment that we do at the beginning of the year. Also, we assist families to identify and to plan services. You heard me say that earlier. That's our family partnership agreement, is where we get with the family. It's their goals, and then we help them get to their goals. So because we have a goal setting process with families, and that starts from day one. Sometimes a parent just may not be ready to set a goal right now because nobody's pressed them. We give them some time. We get with them. We go through that goal setting process with them. That goal setting process helps all of us move them towards self-sufficiency. We link families to services, as was said earlier. We also advocate for families. Sometimes in low-income situations, families don't know how to advocate for themselves. And so that family service worker advocate for them, as well as then teaching them how to be an advocate. That's part of what we call the parent and family community engagement agreement, PFCE framework. And that framework, one of the outcomes is that a family becomes an advocate, and they can advocate for their children. Also, we keep updated records on children. We help that family service worker, which is the glue. I always say they're the cream of that Oreo cookie, because you got us on the top, administration, and then you have the family service worker is that white cream, and then the other part of that cookie is the family and the teachers, and so they are in the middle, and they are what make that cookie taste good. So that family service worker is what make Head Start taste as good as it is, because they're in the middle, servicing the top, then those that are at the bottom, and so to make sure that their kid, their goals, self-sufficiency, enrollment, attendance, all of those things work well. So that's the uniqueness of Head Start, is that the family service worker is a critical part of our program, and they make the program go because of their relationship with the parents, their relationship with the teacher, their relationship with the site manager, then their relationship with us. So that's another thing that I want to say that makes Head Start stand out more than any other center, nursery, daycare that's out there, even the elementary school, because they're like the case managers. They work with a particular set of families each one have, and it's to help them move towards self-sufficiency.
It's such a wonderful opportunity to build a family, right? Because you get to build relationships not only with the teacher, but the family service worker and the other coordinators that are part of our program. So Head Start is more than just child care program. When you become a part of Head Start, you become family.